I'm alive.
Kind of. Say 80s and all sorts of stuff on there. Hiya! Full. Yes, I did catch it. Hello there. Welcome to the Thin Brown Line Airsoft YouTube channel. I'm Mark, or Sherman. I'm back again today with another pistol review. This one is quite special actually. I like this one. I fall in love with this one, and it's not mine. I'm gonna cry. But I don't have the money to get one of these yet because they're at the higher end pistol price. So, without further ado, we've got a pistol from a company. Well, the real steel version no longer exists. The Airsoft version still exists, and I want one. It's a Hudson H9 Airsoft GBB pistol. It's OEM'd by it's WeTech, EMG, but it's yes, EMG, which is a Veek manufacturing group. It says it on the side of the box. Yeah. But it is actually made by WeTech. It's one of the higher end WeTech type jobbies. But yes. This is actually a friend of mine's. He's very graciously lent me this to have a play with and test it and review it and fall in love with it and not really want to give it him back, but I've got to. But anyway, so what comes in the box? So it's quite a solid box actually, but it comes with even though it's a simple box, it's quite nice. Nice box. Labels on it saying what it is, where it comes from. Right, you get a very nice official, I can pull it out, official card, like sort of like a certificate of authenticity. Hudson Manufacturing, Hudson H9 Parallel Training Unit, Maker EMG, it says model, Hudson H9 Parallel Training Unit, then it's got a UPC on it, which is a code. It does actually say certificate of authenticated. Yeah, that one. Can't even say it. Put my teeth back in. And then it says it's a Hudson official licensed product, and then you've got a little Hudson hologram there, and a code on the back. Which I'm guessing, I've not tried it, but I'm guessing it takes you straight to a Veek. And the Hudson. So that comes in the box. That mag was just what the magazine is in. It is a 25 round pistol, 25 round mag, just a green gas mag, but it's got a red bit on the top. And it's a full metal magazine except for obviously the follower and the base plate. As with any green gas mag, the gas goes in the bottom, but on the bottom of this it's got quite a cool, not unheard of, but it's got the Hudson symbol just on the bottom there. But it's just a magazine. You also get this little bag of bits, which I'll go into in a moment. But the actual pistol, like I say, I've fallen in love with, because it is almost an amalgamation of a Glock and a 1911. Now, anybody who knows me knows I love my 1911s. I'm not a fan of Glocks, but I do like the reliability and the actual function of a Glock. I just don't like the look of them. But this sort of encompasses both. It's got sort of a Glock-esque shape slide, but 1911 styling. As you can see, the pistol grip is very 1911. The beaver tail isn't actually a proper beaver tail safety, it is just for looks. Also, you've probably noticed this bit here. That is because they have lowered the bore axis on this, or bore axis on this, which is how low the barrel sits down, so it recoils. And the recoil spring and everything is here. So rather than when you pull the trigger, all the recoil happens up on this top slide here, and you get some flick up, obviously on the real one, not so much in Airsoft. The recoil is all down here, so it recoils more into the palm of your hand, so you don't get so much muzzle lift, which is really nice. The other odd thing about this is it's basically got an upside down Glock trigger style, but it's a 1911 pull. That makes sense. I'll bring it up. This here is your trigger safety. Now, if you pull the trigger from the bottom, it will do nothing. Now that is actually on fire. See, it's on fire. It will do nothing. But if you pull it from nearer the, well, from the middle or towards the top, you can pull that little button in, and the trigger will pull. In fact, you'll hear the click in a minute. There we go. It's got a very short trigger pull actually. Basically, the take up is just this, and then you pull the trigger. Do it again. You pull this back, and you've got probably 1, maybe 2 mil of movement. Quite cool. There is a lot of texturing and grippage and stuff like that. It's very nice. But yes, it is a striker fire pistol as opposed to hammer fire like a 1911 is. And I really, really like it. It's not too heavy. It's really comfortable to hold. The texturing does actually make it extremely solid in your hand, and it's a slightly smaller pistol. I mean, I'll say it's a smaller pistol. It's actually not massively different in size from a Glock or a 1911, but it seems somehow slightly smaller, which is odd. But anyway, on the pistol itself, trade-wise, we've got up here, which I'll show you, just behind the slide lock, it's got Hudson. It says Hudson MFG Temple, Texas, USA, which I'm guessing is where they're made. And on the opposite side, you've got an EMG. Can't even speak, can't even think. Serial number. On the actual slide itself, on both sides, they are slightly different actually on both sides, I didn't notice that. But on both sides, you've got a Hudson emblem there, and on the opposite side, you've got Hudson H9 symbol. As for trades and numbers and everything, the only other one is in the ejection port where it's got 9x19, which the real pistol was chambered in. 9mm by 19 in the magazine. Now, this has got basically a fibre optic sight, but because it's closed, it doesn't actually glow as well as it should. So I'm going to see if I can show you that. I'll try and make it focus. If you look down the sights, it's got a little fibre style here. On the top of the slide, to help matters out so you don't get glare, it's got striations all the way down, obviously other than there, all the way down so you don't get glare off the sun on the top, so when you're looking down sights you've got no glare. You've got some nice texturing on the slide, so makes it fairly easy to rack. On the actual pistol grips, I quite like these. It's almost like they've got a carbon fibre sort of texture detail on the grips, which I quite like. Again, you've got texturing on the back strap, texturing on the front of the grip, and there's more texturing somewhere. Got some slight texturing on the trigger itself, helpful. And then obviously you've got texturing on the rear sight, the rear of the slide itself. I'm going to lock that back. You've got texturing on the slide release, lock and release as well. And what else is it tell? Oh yes, takedown lever is, you push this bit in here, which pushes out this bit here. You swivel it. I'm not going to try and do it now because I've been having an issue getting it open. But you swivel it and then the slide comes off. Let's put that up there. Now it has got an adjustable hop. I just can't remember how you get to it. Where else is there I can tell you about it? Oh yes, it's got a small amount of rail space on the front here, so you can put your torches and stuff on. The only downside that a lot of people have found with these is quite often when you've got a pistol, your torch button is sort of here. So when you are holding it, you can click it on and off, on and off, on and off. But with this, you're going to be down here, which is a bit unnatural, unless you've got one with a pressure pad that you just push with your thumb, and then that's absolutely fine. Holster wise on these, I don't know if there's a purpose made holster for these, but should fit most universal holsters quite well without an issue. I've tried it in mine and it fits well. Oh yeah, I did forget about that. Mag release is there and also textured. Just here. There, look. And yes, the little bag that these come with. This is to make it even more like a 1911. Again, I'm not going to do it. There are a fair few videos out there showing how to actually fit this, but I'm just going to slot it all together just so you can see. That is a thumb safety, which when you do, if you decide to put one in, there's a little cut out there, obviously that goes all the way through to here. That fits in there and then gives you a very 1911 style, hang on, pop this off, there we go. Gives you a very 1911 style, right way around. Try and hold it on without scratching it. Because it'll tilt me off. Sort of like that. So then you've got like a 1911 style thumb safety, which is really cool actually. And that comes with them. If you can't find it immediately in the box, if you do buy one, look inside the magwell, because sometimes they're sneaky and they button it all up like that, and then they go like that with it, which is fun. So so basically, if you get one of these, as soon as you get it out of the box, don't go and try and slam your magazine in it, because you may end up knackering everything up inside. But yes, that's the Hudson H9. That's the actual show and telly bit. These aren't, like I said, these aren't the cheapest things on the planet. Depending on where you are in the world. In the UK, they're still about £200. Like I said, so they are more towards your higher tier price bracket. US, I think I've seen them for about $189, which is about on par for what they're in here. I say it is green gas. It is a green gas pistol. It's semi-auto only. Out of the box, they're approximately, obviously depending on what gas you use and whereabouts you are in the world, they're approximately 300 FPS on 0.2 gram BBs, which is quite cool. The actual real one of these was only brought out like 2 years ago, 2017 at SHOT Show. So they didn't last long at all. But the Hudson H9 Airsoft version should hopefully be out for quite a long time, which would be nice, because I do really want one. I've been doing some shooting with it. They are accurate, they've got decent range, it's got a nice snappy blowback, and it's just comfortable. Not too heavy, not too light, and oh yeah, I didn't actually point out that, did I? It is an all metal slide, and it's all metal actually. Yeah, it's full metal construction except for the grips and the the back strap, front strap of the pistol grip, obviously, and the sights. So it is full metal construction. It weighs about 750 grams, which is again just under a kilo. Round about 2 pounds in weight as well. So I love it. Got a small amount of rattle, but that's because it's all metal on metal. Oh yes, and the other thing, it's got a threaded barrel. Only just, and I don't know how well you're going to see this. I'm going to have to take a picture so you can see up close. But it has got a threaded outer barrel, just about in there. So you can add suppressors and tracer units if you really want to. They're nice. So yeah, if you want one of these, they are still available. Like I say, they're not the cheapest things on the planet, but if you want something a little bit different from the your generic 1911s and your Glocks, which seem to be the two most popular, because you've got your 1911, your 2011, your high cappers, all them sort of stuff, and then you've got all your different Glocks, 17, 18, 19s, all them lot. If you want something slightly different that's still very similar to what you're used to using, and you've got the Moolah, Hudson H9, I highly recommend them. Like I say, it is a beautiful little gun to use, if a little bit on the expensive side. As you've seen from my channel, most of the stuff I actually tend to review ain't the most expensive stuff, but I like it. Yeah, so what do you reckon? Would you have one? Would you like what you don't like about the Hudson? I personally like the whole thing. Then that. Anyway, for now, if you like what you've seen, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you're notified when I upload another video. Thanks for watching.